Au era bodo muerte al press conference ergide di bodo der siti al tutau ma el al press conference al muraruba. Bodo telekle do lulu. Adamel Dios ngarayang ata kimal matoro ber madamel el al tuta ruba ya dimre ngasulem. El gire la gel klungya la maklang al tangat el ka omas kama mrabe kel silsa mende agi mosong serngi. Agi itmakarogo ruba al rang le lablur pelau. Emre ngasulem melngit trakaw malmol melo makal tangat trakamam. Edire kel musuba sa gel ngiya kan mamirubak ma gel ngiya malibas trakamam el mot moklay gel lurior el gire adar belau maklu el moklungyo el belau. Logi usel ngiya ulogarawi matal bilem el kiram. Agi man lulu eruba al total the dar certial press conference rakamam. Lobangel atang el president rakamam mar adram media. Michael tokol mamado ma aisen mo aisa pulgire la bargela beltikareng maklaw marangar ka erubak el murarbek laad. Kitira kan madel trokok la ikel bek lurior el ngiya mokot mokra al sel belau bolu ulak lungel dira adar belau rogui. Kimal dol ngitay garogun ngarang kila Jesus el ditalo sa balam. Amen.
Raise malo ngil tutao el mora arbek la adar belau edun tel le bodo susray bodul mara claim mar bugul belau bilum e bir claim mar masil belau speaker Anastasio mar bugul delegates president Maules mar bugul senators governors speakers lators to bet mora diregal chief justice ngira igalau mar bugul justices Vice President, mar ministers el ngarti lo bangga dalal tutau mar arbek la adar ngar belau el ngara ablura ngayang el moro hotcharigi ma adire ngara ikra ablur berar al sils emal lungil tuta le gorga gambes el los emel jon ngi dalal tutau dire gal dumate ala dire do aisa se bangga dalal tuta ngani minister of finance Minister Uduy, Minister Matul, Minister Victor, Minister Obia, Minister Jengin, sama Minister Aitaro. Madri Chief of Staff, magada adi mo aiser na se kada kadang artiang rogu mal merodro karte mo malager ma au de sura adra blondiru era de borse skata lo qadi mo se kada largere ngara goram le activity rigid Será la press conference de Gambes mnari amroled mgaditilo de mlora blura qwam mnari sustainability conference ertir se holdering rabek kadra mnari atele del ngarse mgadadu se hosting a University of Guam maybe ngasegal ngora mal batoga ngara median masader tial dagara sustainability conference ndi I think most important الجدا صادر شرير تيال تورا sustainability تيا مصادرة أتريت كده أدرا قبل لا أدرا سمعنا أسبوع كده أسبوع ربك السيلز اللي قدوا قيم ده من المول من أسبوع الجيل لا هذا ده قد تملأ لوجي لقنا زي البلدو صادرين عشان كده الموضوع البالانس protection and production how do we optimize the use of the resources but don't destroy them تيا مرار رغول ترنتي لقنا رجيد you know one of the things الجدا مال ديك من celebrate Earth Day بلا يا بلا مال البايمرال يسال جيرل at least كذا روح السيل الباسيفيك سيل دمورا تكرا يقال غومير جيد يقدر ترجيب سيدرا سيقدر ملا نرياقنا ويشي دي قال بلقولوا عسى كذا كذا تريب لونين من كثم دستوب نجري هذا المول ملون غير يقل المرال مدرب هل قول هذه مسمودي for example أتراجع بلاك شيرينج يا أقول بايرس اللي بيلاد اللي يمرورا بلاستيك بارلز كذا ترى البلورا مثلا البلورا باسيفيك البلورا قام for example عندي قد deposit في تيرما بلاستيك بارلز هذه الهويترا everywhere كده collect the plastic bottles and we recycle them عمله زي one example رايجل كده أمرول مقتله أسي well مالويل تلا ده بيلك دي سيدا قبل راسين كده دروس بقى بلاستيك نديري قال كده دلون سون سراوس بقى بلاستيك لين Oy, agel already mlamrul plastic adala belba bay amrul mobile ninde qalbul ase gawil dos pe tantini los pe ingire de los songs ire del mospe water bottles ingire del los songs tutul dos pe el plastic ingire del lo mesagel rogul telela increase a recycling awa blur bela qadin lomre gar earth bay momra tele den mora atiale solid waste site read one of the findings that we found was sel klungela gomil trigo dobal mora gomisteba el cloria adriga plastic ase eden mut reduce ringi ra agwid me email basent lengara wul if we segregate يجي الأذر بلا أدريجو المصون سيجي الملياق لقومير يجي عليا غرستي تدريجو ملا رجول بلاستيك دين كدريجو ديو رأمل well part of the reasons why they separate يجي بيبرا بلاستيك ندخل deposit فيه من يجي ده I think gira as a blue قدام مسا سين مقرأة continually improve اللي the reducer سيجي el waste by 75% el dolarin la gomisteba en extender a life retial el gomisteba gida mun really a purpose sel conference ase qadom mesa iga rogul gida amru el magrada lutel lo ngani khlo lutel improve len gida adim de lo ase gomir gida mutel lid ma atogora climate change el dosa gadnil ni agot klol el bangladesh mlamo ula albuleth le كده أمرا المليق قبل الله ده سيا دو صادرين واسه نقول عيال تما ضاب من مصر قبلو ما of course jelly fish كده من موديبوس من نجيرة المصادر واسه مغراد وبتيال كده لا بلاد المريو ولا بيل لقى لون ناس المراب يعني ده قال سيد المصادر سي على قدو صاد أرا واسي مغرا the transition or تقرا energy من أخبار المرسي وأيسر أدرا قام راسي ترى example كذا كذا المط كذا الأدرا بلو الأدرا روي كذا التيان غرا لا دخل ديل غير إلا مقتول بلوم كذا روي كذا المط مغل اللون التيان غرا موك بيلاو عملا مور سلوك غرا لل سلدونا renewable كذا ملا transition المرة تقرأ solar ما يصير يقولوا spare example على solar جدل نعرف هذا لوسه باي مرقدة سبب تيال solar plant تيجي مغلقة سرا دينجيرا forces سيعمله example كذول spare نيرا سرا دعارا قام بيجي دام دينجيرا لوسه كذا ملا أدو جد مار أدرا PUC يسدي ملا قبول تقوي ولين ترتيل مار أدرا بيولا سه كاملو تنمسو برتيلان ادروت الماء اذا بتقليل موين دي عمله بوينت رجيدا وسل بيبرا تايم قدمرو راتقويا اسل دولو مرانيا ميبي ديقال سام تايمز الفيتر سيل نيا روم الجيدا ام داسوني الجيدا ام ديغا سا بريزنت راموس عمله اناونس واسه قدمو باي 2025 قدمو 45% renewable دي رياليتي ثم قدمرا البدولا 2025 45% renewable ela gadinga 20 imna mo relax o sea amount tra solar the production amlang la krados peri yeah I think that's the in fact one of the things the other doing la se kahal the stop installation of solar until mo enough battery or we got to find other ways use up the energy just last month mlarti angele counter poly ukmin sadra awase ngare bebira solar plant ngara ablilio de galorior qalel se del maigel me de convert edo top the hydrogen el dolablo lua abiras el mosel de murtra dron la ablilio morio من دوتو ترى اللي يقدر ماشي سين ديال سيد المصادر solve our problem of climate change على قضاء مسا هيجل البكر بدنيلا نيا سيد الوسبي اللومغاردا دينجي لو لور تاملا لو so one of the things that of course كده عمله absorbing غني أبلورا example أبلورا شابال لا الألسيل سانغري أقوام دانيال nuclear power plants ertir. Because the accident tra Fukushima donde saying tilo adab el masal because of the tsunami and till milis el plant tra Fukushima adra shabala amlo close agar rogul el plant ertir de gadil Fukushima. ومثل سنجل ملوس article titul ملوس من غير نرقم Marvik. I'm sorry titul ملوس article نملغ كوتا تيجي accurately. But anyway, amle point ase shabala amle close agar rogui. Igita dos other a problem of climate change. One of the biggest contributors in more climate change a coal. Ablura shabala el altama al simra igel el nuclear power plant tertir el altama tamlula coal. Now, a good news other shabala say we're going to probably reopen 30 of them. These el klungela dengi los peri el producing igel logo madriel power plants a 160 gigawatts. Qading usel Abela adi 10 megawatts. It takes 1,000 megawatts to make 1 gigawatt. Kitam sadra ase. Say a klungel amles el ngara carbon net zero carbon emission el top the nuclear el blada converting more a coal. So ngira encourage our washabal was nutel on igal power plant tergamio. Kadamora adois they have the same problem. Ablura adois angana nuclear power plant tertem off. Elangania problem in Ukraine la gas, and what are they doing? Burning the dirtiest coal on the planet. Mang ngira del hol da igal maklol bululo ase kamia olaba technology. Yeah, atara example Ablura France. Ablura France adi briga tra dois. 70% tra adengirtir armur trospe a nuclear. 70%. So amle point trida ase Gida del al del solve energy problem. El nia ula a climate change transition en gira del homes aiger rogul el nia se el omgara da dengi rur tamlai gira del homes se ngaraigel ser mula igal toy el nia de produce carbon el nia ul aigal belwa damna resource. Man se amle يمير تيجي دراسين غير ده لومس هيجي الرجول التعال especially قال مقلول بلول نيا غنيا أكليسيل أكتيم مسكا example هيجي nuclear power plant تريلا لورول يدي ده مسادر 1 gigawatt المربع يدا سيل مرا أبلاو impossible المرا بلاو أونيرو هيجي ده الرجول مدين لو سيا وتملا لا أرجيد أبانا nuclear se بلغتقنا وتملا لا أرجيد Malsum gadamo osodo lalaba nuclear merbelo or it's something that we consider as maybe ngania telele amnamo ngania magigare la sel marablu belo etia taratol gider un mora ablu gadam suburi or sisakri gadam mesra watamla la rida seg namo tamel da mendrin dia mun diso kaltera per ser rare no a nuclear power plant da gan next week or next month or next year لأن قال سأل ملا وتملا الأريد ما البلغ تقل وسين غرا سأل غرا بلور بلانديا عندي بوينت كده وسي غير لهم سايجر روغول التعالرا أدنجي اللي ترى هذا البان أريد and this is one of the things I try emphasizing in the conference وسي قدم لهم إيسا أويل اللي هي أولا ما وقول اللي هي أولا التلمللا بلولا درلا ركلال el sel ukul blal proposing ase ka ukpodong is rabartak le bodola aigel el rare earth metals rabartak le dos pe abatteri ma amle point trido ase ali gedu keduk mla oitite uk morabe esel elnya mal mal ertial lugal aklangar gid ospeni mal giri del mogorgi le mal bodo be omes osper raya asel el gida aigel bladasu ما يجي الغوت latest science ميجا راويل decision لما كتا هدريك كلمة لو أسي نسوما باتري لين نسوما مليون ولا باتري ما يسبق باتري كلا سولار إذا كيسيا سيل وكلونيرا يوروب برسل بيترا هواي المبدولة أرجنتينا التمليت اللي جل أكلنا رجيد ما أنجليد ما رجول جد أسبوع بكل سيلز بلاس اللوتر ليس الأكلة هذا من أجي كذا أجيرة الموم البوضة أمس راسه مغرنا إذا سيجر سيل قطرونيل الجيرة أضربلو بل سيل غاريا دنجي الغاريا أورال الدوس بيرني but at the same time hindi kal tamalit tial lugalak nga rin. Mang agigida kura di so kan mo clarify sa gida lang, and I'm sure you have more questions that gida say, but gidam na Amerika sa gida mura blura Greece. Gidam na sa gidam le host our Oceans Conference ra blur belara 2022. Sera da blura Greece of course kadok no ay tira igel commitment sergida tara of course commitment sergida tial MSP process sergida mlamu uri tial marine spatial planning process, which really aims toward the 100% management and optimizing the use of our oceans from the shoreline to the EEZ. Tial 9th OOC amle 469 abwaldasing basic commitments. The value regular commitments amle 11.3 billion. Katuwa ding usir comparing mora OOC rebelaw. Amle 410 commitments rebelaw. The value regular commitments mlara blue rebelaw amle 16 billion. Of course ay tia ay albura sega amle udo del merbelaw. Udo del l'ultura يجي الكاميتا يجي البيك البلو ستة ممرول يعني هذا هو كويس يجي 16 بليون مليون قادي ترى ديريغ البلودو اي سري ارسل دغرا تيال كونفرنس سيل unlocking blue Pacific prosperity سي اوف كورس سيل وال جدل كذا kadangilo tial concept trablur belal kadul mura pane mura marine sanctuary lagdam langulo ase tingi de mortial whole Pacific lo ase kadam not maga Pacific ro gal 18 el blue ase kadgamit tirgire 100% managed and 30% protected by 2030 emrgo sel mal important part se ase this is about protecting food systems, developing food systems dirigal finding sustainable financing among kadam larse dirigal el mut el malayala igal blue tiro no seguido hace contribute mortal fund dirigal lo sigue our partners seguido hace gram bon partner tial make investments lo bon gamam el giral tial toim kada dirigal man meringa sule la bezos el tiram le tegralid mrenga sule la SPC el tira Uriol girer tial Uriol. Then maybe Minister Victor can add, but I just want to share saying it was goramle tul maklol commitment gida min south. And then of course gida dirigal mnoniat level الوك مساودر سيل تيمله first Oceans Conference ngari a film festival تيال Deep Rising was one of the films that was shown. ممكن at the level كده at the Oceans UN Oceans Conference in Lisbon قدم له first البلو لو مقلا عندنا في جيم لجوينر كده الملغورس الموريتوريوم را deep sea mining نمو 25 البلو را بلو الأذا أسكر سيل موريتوريوم كده of course قدم المول ملوني تابلو ملا مقلا رادر سبب ممثل تيال الفيلم بوم understand را يجيل ريسك الكده ممرور الغم قد ممرور تال تقوي and one of the things الدول era قال بك البلو هسه نجينا المرا ISA راجع ما يجار جولاي توربيني تال تقوي لقتيا أما أولى تمل هذا الرقوي من جيغورا you know that was some of the things that we were able to talk about in the conference. The تال تقورا sustainable tourism قدم للشيرة يقولوا كده أمرور بلال جيلا تقورا sustainable tourism that's very much in line with the sustainable blue economy كده يقولوا مني opportunity جدا الشيرة يقول كده أمرول in maritime security of course in plastics so those were the main topics. Of course, direct no niya tele del visit the shipping registry git officer git mga mal mring asule la PISR ra mring lurerir. In fact, sel second quarter report Minister Udoy ako meseng over a 1 million able da collector first till 6 months di solo ay sa kambesro se triblo ako riura digital residency digital residency amle collector 1.3 million amle triblo ang alakra a shipping registry but I think the important point I say ay ga vessel industry because self sovereignty rigid ang level mga rigid it's really a clean industry in that respect ring di ka impact rin rigid di ula ka rigid marabalwad because of our sovereignty mang kada maring asulira maring lurerir maselo ka opportunity belam langul Namo over 1,000 al dia la register del ngare ungel semo. Diri kan mori atela del korang ngare function ay kada invite tigel ship owners Blue agrees at 26% ra dia la blulada al owner other agrees. So it's one of the major shipping hubs ra blulada mang. Obviously kita mal di across ra obviously ra Marshall, Panama, Liberia, illegal maklol blue of course that have this shipping registry getting our agrees in it. It's a big market. So maybe should I go through the other ones? PPC rates? Adam, maybe I'll let you ask questions. Khale by the Borakir Mangere before I get
untuk tayo President, Rebecca Ministers, manong total mga President, kada mga kamansada sa iyo trip program kali andam ang mga nakwam matat sa tertuara renewable energy mo atrakto aku mes sa ikal discussion ra olbira ko law especially kali oversight hearing meron ko ngani another area ra discussion tactical rate so I got the impression that hearing lo bangkala PEWA administrator Miss Eden Noel kura discussion ako na masing ka nga at tamla secure $5 million gire la battery which may eventually cost $15 to $20 million el último la battery. So I get the impression that discussion article senators mga dadu la say wal ko ra dimle ole lang jaklo tangel wa say tiang tamle asum la say tiang na girel me la bangkel sige dal battery pack system dia la to ma ko split tial to ko la katamla lo up panels la ka do sig ra battery. Was that your understanding President tial lorior solar?
Well, first of all, let's be very clear. Telura solar, solar, makontrakta miruro era tur obis. Gida di falora already milgat moklo. I think the understanding gida there was a mix of batteries and solar lobangel tial project. Malakal with all time obong ngara battery ngara agoksay. Agur mralo say probably when they designed it. Seral designer ngi nato sa igay del batteria enough lol takor tial dengi nga okmana te legal mo madadur ngel engineer lower you know malditilo da igel rate Mr. Gasole nga kadiri so kal investigate maknomes ngel engineer ngara cell plant el try mo understand was what is actually going on and was the observation ga the engineer legal wase sel domes nga oli sena garaigal disela level ora dengil los pering blur bela wase tegidral about average ka ngara 10 megawatt dos pering wase maybe one of the problems seral originally planet tiang etul mesra grow dra blum amount ra dengil los pering blur bela miral bedula 15 megawatts ka that was the design seral designer tial system tul mesra kruna dengil dos perni esendra solar mel atter segidel metial planta mel design del girel sei digida you know vai digo se kada mugida proud digida da segida dirigal mudul mangreol mas ara la dengi mod mamdul tib los perales mumna mo girel dengia dos perni dim system de design ya akamodai traklo that's one of the challenges that we have mang aula tamasawder sel waseng gira de los pera additional battery lang le tial dengil de production logi asil sema ayer project tra ADB ma project tra Taiwan ma project tra Siabal mlamonin solar belaw amla ngalak ra dos peril dengi sel lemeloms. That's the problem. Mang gira de lomde mersegi del nya wal waste. Mang one of the things Brother Maria del Adadu Lobangelen, and I'm glad that Nosil announced earlier, right before Akmitra Piwama, PUC, the return minister, Akmitra ambassadors. Le Kulwais Tigil ambassadors, Egal project, Australia, Siabal, Mrigel, Taiwan. We need help, Australia, and we're getting a grant, Girela, Agagidele, solar. I mean, a battery. So the Mranga Sula government of Australia understand say, oi, the help Prigidel, get Tertoy, but the Messel was saying, anything when you start, sometimes you don't totally calculate all the factors. And I think Dek blame other before, Activa say, I get projections at the Regelum das while Adim Lagda the meat. Masagidel end up. They call it curtailment, waste, whatever we want to call it. Say that the trial minimizery. But Tulu, Ngel engineers will explain now saying, I think they expected much less waste, and now there's a little bit more waste than what they expected. And the way to solve that, you need batteries. That's the only way you're gonna address it. But important, if you want to jump to 45%, which is what we're supposed to reach by 2025, impossible. At time install a solar. Because you need batteries. And if you install a battery a solar, it tells them mas aral. So those are the if we're going to go we can at the current rate we cannot add more solar. If we want to expect our other ablo expect to mang tarala ding intel sebel. Get the stop where we are, and then we have to, and that's why we have to look at alternatives, and that's why those pera was say. Maybe nuclear is an option. Hydrogen is an option. I got ruwa gira del mem el bodo be omeso singara sel best most important thing more other and safe.
So I guess to sum up as you said cell savings so expecting solar or adekal salman wise.
O nga dekal sal clol wa sel dul mas ngari atergiben din dekal not as big as and then they get them understand themselves. From the beginning, Tel Solar is only producing 20% of those peri. So any savings is only going to be 20% of Tel. So I don't know. When I did the rough numbers, we're talking a couple cents. You know, kita mesa 14 cents and mesa 28 cents. I say, oh, tiah mark plus. It's not going to be that. Because one of the reasons, because of the curtailment cost. So the one benefit, stabilizer it is renewable. Why say? We are doing our part in climate change. Maybe not as good as we want, but better than if we did nothing. I think the more important point I say, and we cannot expand beyond this with the current technology. Why say? That's our challenge. Unless we add batteries, and if we add batteries, much more expensive. So
it's between a rock and a hard place.
Why say? Yeah. So the solution, I say, Siabal turn on a nuclear power that has a bigger impact than us. Germany turn on a nuclear power plant that has a bigger impact than us. And that's why address sustainability, climate change is not just a Palau issue, it's everybody working together. And then, one of the things, I'm Minister Udoy Amlora UAE last year, sustainability conference. And Alitia UAE, tiraga omomba oil. They're building nuclear power plants right now. Saudi. Why? They got produce green hydrogen because they have to run their desalination plants, and of course they're the biggest producers. I mean, they're installing the largest solar fields. Hindi problem na solar adi sell malom saying batteries are expensive and then they have a waste problem with them. So they need a base load. So they're building nuclear power plants and get base load. So it's just how do we solve the energy problem? We got to look at all options. Hydro dam. Ilang ko kanila kasi kanila blura marigel sa igel dam alam mo gyud marud. Ilang salmon alam da sel. I mean, it's a constant battle trying to find the right solution with the least impact, but it's at the end of the day, we got to use the best technology that we have out there. If we can solve a COVID challenge, I haven't said that's all, but we just have to focus our efforts and put the right safety measures in place and make sure that we do the right thing. So, sulang.
So, Presidente, next question na kamo wala Minister of Finance. Minister, the ADB team, I think they were here last week. Mula presentation natin economic outlook na Burbelo. Kasi the experts say our outlook was we are growing, I think this year 28.5%, and then the second year next year 6.5. It gives us a rosy picture of the economy. Kasi ano ko explain na siya, was nga mal is boosting the economy. Are we completely back, fully recovered from COVID? Or?
Thank you, Kambes, for the question, and thanks for the article that you put in the paper promoting that report. The Asian Development Outlook publication was launched here a few years ago at PICRIC, and again launched in Palau again this year. So we feel that that's a very strong statement of Palau and how it is positioned to promote a positive message for the region, not just the Pacific but also Asia. So the report presented covered the outlook for the region and looked at Asia, looked at the outlook for the Pacific, and looked at the freely associated states and gave some projections as you mentioned. Of course, these are projections based on our data that we have provided to the Asian Development Bank, and they are, as you said, sounding positive. Unfortunately, we are seeing recovery rates which are respectable to pre-pandemic levels of economic activity by 2026. So yes, it's nice to see us recovering, and we are seeing that in the revenue numbers that we're experiencing and the tourism arrivals that are coming to Palau when we look at the numbers. So everything is aligned with their projections, and we are expecting that should nothing go wrong, we should still be able to reach pre-pandemic level by 2026. Unfortunately, there are some concerns that we have to be mindful of. For instance, the conflicts in the region and how that will affect oil prices. That's another one. The strength of the U.S. dollar is making Palau less competitive compared to other destinations. And there is still a bit of trouble with the shipments, which also raises cost. So there are some risks, but as far as we can see in terms of the trends of the numbers, we should be expecting those results as projected. And again, we are still in recovery to where we were before the pandemic.
Sulang Minister, thanks for the Presidential for bringing the digital residency up. Wasem la 1.3 million in the last 6 months. Mula na mo tela this year other the issue digital ID card.
Thank you for that question. As the President mentioned, we're very proud of the results of this program, and we are expecting a lot better results in the years to come as we roll out new initiatives, new benefits to being a digital resident. As you know, the residents renew their membership every year. This year, we were actually over 20,000 residents. And then after some renewals, the numbers dropped down to 17,000. As of this past week, the numbers went back up to 18,000. And we have over 2,000 applications in the pipeline. So we've already collected 1.2 million, and we still believe we will collect $2 million out of this program by the end of the year.
So le minister ana sa question nga mo ra minister matu la minister ngarang isel program ra tial public transportation system yak ne receive ra message sil dire ko ra olengit lo sin na mo san se mo rider ngi ya eliam le hotel sales ngi se mo kadi o ay sa segi lo sin how was it received on the first day
sula kambes emal lungi total mar adrogoy ako teme ko ay suk mutial bus system actually ngulmu right after Oceans Conference. President Tadilu kamo mesagel tablol bus ra Oceans ak mo kadam karang utilize mo ngasera adra buhay. Mungulmu sera June 6 2022. Mga negel bus nga ra malgayok mer orior, mga orior mo ra malgayok. Megel wuk nga ra ay gidele West Coast ngara olle el mer orior ekada ulumura toward ra endra last year guk mlostat el goram ali sel mura night market guk kolta qarar adal mura night market etial pilot do denget mung partner kita jaiga ma government ra shawal mugdam lomu el eli sel message li gorkaw el wasiga da momu el kasingil lengerul clubser Tuesday ma sel Thursday en morning abas el maraer omura ya klo matedo el ngaraira el mer hospital en ngara hospital dire el murairai el le betoka so kala urenga sula atrablu le mahal betoka wingil comments ha elim le ogodem ede 33 el adam larabas el back patingirar at mlaria ngal raskura PCC ngania ngal raskur elementary molmutra maas marubak ya ko tulungil kamen tamlar tedel maas ngilas rapas ra hospital el mabdulairai tedilu ko mablu lo makalam limam ning katanga dong okle o omsuwes mette qoram lo sightseeing bas ya amlek amal mokte kertiang ekambes omsuba o hotel direk along the same line ko president atokora climate change mal boto kamlar belaw namo ko suko la parking ma ay direk merang la ara la alu sel ara la alu of course ato dinget mende ka controller gidangi ma tara clone mokte kertial program amol nga seur adal ra olidiul atokora climate change o sul time direk along seur adal el mga sadala omrolli ramlay mo gegere dodol itira ara la alu mang adom taber talbas en tobra a hospital leng beto kamle egel bungaram de kalbura sas elablu ndimle dolas mulmurungia omura agel gotelul spaal ar ada giril ngar hospital egiril shopping along the way etam le klol gamente Mr. Kambes el tergel ngar ollel mer orior to kuniti ngar babal daw le selang arabas el mer orior ndeka rolir el mo shopping mamle ong trira o sen se el monia ku mitela sil sen se el ku top del mo shopping em sel doral mora babal daw bengarnya adola bal marael mengultu de gegi den dire katana ali se gidel ngar hospital el morairai eso dal dire kal mige gogi del musubun ngi mom el mora ngamalal el mora marine resource and chlor or other loader gegi del area e dire kal mol mora ngar kapasang fisheries el ataram le uldasul president al rosiak mung ngire de lo mesagel timing ra bilas el ngara babal daw bel mei amina comenga yol daw to guni ngayor mablilyo bang ayangala e o mesat mo kadam gara tergel adal mer dra gegi del gu kolidi ura daw angania telil dregal mo shopping tal klo el pilota mol marail iqdome segal maral melbuit muqdam qarang yaquk mqiqogi del malel eswaqal muqtaklif muttiang ada qal computer ada taxi agi dire qal sensitive ra yel bebi ra shobay yang ada wil dadu lo bentri le terge partner gi dra quk night market kama dingin dire qal taqa ada mongeme mong kadam mqiqogi del mes muttiang magarang service ar protocol at dire qal mon qasio gi del qarusum mqiqal shobay
Saule minister tu le. Tadi ka amara minister obia. Minister ang kerja kami receive ra alwan ra issue sa nga press conference sa sa Darwa Airlines. Ito ko kerja kami larinya press release ra ora Air New ini masing na metro. Kampala ti o isa kire saying ako mo rat al mutro gisi Australian government agora mabongel wase dalutu tagi ilya o bidal molmang ito gisi. Any comment on tial namo dia kalau ora la Air New Guinea?
Besing kita president ingia kadam maliba toy ingia ulabong al adal mga dadur kabalmentar Australia ma hindi al dadur al marare al angal kuk planning lo bangela presidente kita madengel wasing Australia dire kalau ngasora Air Nauru artial al tuwa dra Australia o island hapal may o si time ngol ngasora kita Air New Guinea a president na mga dadu urtil wasya hindi ka mal te al lomgu kumal ube kadi increase na number of tourists tra Australia may al sum kada mal Air New Guinea a Mostovra a Fort Moresby a PNG Emerbelo the only way ang most of it increase tourism ra Australia al nga direct flight saya putang lil dadu rel almaral lo pangela ambassador Australia ma ara kabelment ma airline dire kalau sisi time egada dire kal madengel wasar adara por dara sel Air Nauru ma minister tiram nerbelaul me meeting amne tara moktega wase magara pot ada du gid matir el dire kalau meser ma Australia was makaranga alaboringi a dire director flight tra Air Nauru Brisbane Palau Brisbane actim skaul was ndaka turist mas ara Australia eu island hapel mail at the average in 17 to 19 hours aklam ngalele tamerbela mang agumda suya alda dure ang malasam lol gather selwa sa makaramor nga director flight inya mos better realize ra increase ra tourism ra gen ga kita minister to direkal aring ma president malang sa barildo LIL
So ay desang asa say ngarnya ongoing discussion.
Control sa kong hotel ang mga sula Australia because kita madayin waseng dia ka ungil connectivity kita mo Australia ka hotel di kamera Fiji me o mesra kuna turist Australia mo blura a Fiji kada dire gal ambassador ngartiang na mo understand wase other Australia per person are the biggest spenders mang aklaw hotel la waseng karang mo ungil el service ra doon la ikartablo el bulu mang kadamre nga sulir sertel el milsa Air New Guinea ra igal na momre kal tarak di kadamno mesasel nga sangsel al sung botos tobra hablu ra lugile ma ontida amral de onito ase dimre lil dimel Malta Brisbane en Merbela dirigal me ontida mortira ase ndiakim gelo ase ngaral skoging idil direct di kada dirigal me suggest mortira ase kale lugil dirigal domes as a long term plan mal soda igal maklol airline whether in Qantas and China Airline and gagi de Virgin Australia ay gagi da ay nga mileage program ni ma even my United ay ga memo penate al mortir rogo ya dome so hacen hace el provider service dome será dirigal merbela en al aqrabela seguida agora long term goal government of Australia is working through those either walontid hopefully soon they will come up with a solution and more announcement was a raigel of course air now ro already so ngara lam te dire garmur ta se bas kama te alla mang aiga te oi ndi dimne tingin mo strase kada mesa potencial kada onge lo aseng ngara ya tira dire la modura travel agent tira se lo mesen msegit mal sori ra gayid el McLeod airline maluing established airline ngara mileage program ni gida gora di sen most importantly so da lo ma service hopefully del sel amre del time ndi sing next week after I'll stop saying amula bes and del service and ding we hope for los di mre dugunge tira mo ay sigidra saying they've come up with a solution e moria sell replace but direct service.
Sulang presidente. Question na mora Minister Victor. Minister sel gamne invite remedial mora SR ngadam lotul say. Wan namal ko ramne innovative program ra ministry sel project ako with especially sel tupaya up. Sa mo kadi update ri the sel wasen nguang ila.
So lang kami sa malungil gere sell up mlamo online tokar individual sell la another sell up adi para marang le tira input tadera so ngaria rural lo ventria da stal adra hacerse el trainer tin subir los pera up normal information or tiling kaya gire del regularly gat update ta igal information lang motura otro lemon gire mo yok update rate mo mlatra telal bondlo ko gam agil mo na available am la motela nga gadamila hotel bondlo ko gan mo available ra oy mara tara ya ngil technology changing takes time for farmers to learn how to utilize it ma rural la ang say gid focus ra training ra adra sers
a president ako ramle provide ako ra highlight ra sel triple mora ocean conference specifically for Palau yang ngani ato ko ra dulbal ko ra audas yung initiative and of course ang mention at kaya le Tial Blue that unlocking the blue prosperity ngani ako ra other issues yung ko ramle highlight sila ko ra Chris.
so lang of course self all highlight ring ya Tial rural ocean say gid ya ko ra all blue adam trigal partners rig مثل ميرابيلارا سيد الأوشن ليدرشيب لجيد من سي of course تلوري ذرا PNMS أسير بوضو صادر نيار هذا بقول مو فكر قاسي كذا من المالر تيال PNMS دي سيل مرين سبيشال بلانينج الجيدا ملو متمكلي من مول متمكرية سيا أولا دو سبيرينجيل ديريغل emphasize را أتلت تللا the manager ocean kasi el obom manage ra ocean el obom decide the policy en gire del modo okle kasi ngara ul modo murur policy for what purpose what's the best design el drelli en achieve sel mokter mora ocean mamorara misegi dia one ra ora key message el gida a promoting lo asing yes en soada close percentage di close percentage el dia mal impact ringi adia mal ututlen mora tiagi del marine special planning process agire del implement ringi ang sugi del balancer segi del luru leder asia tol doru lagire el mora rat mamor ocean mamor biodiversity so sia one all the promote ringi del continue encourage ra Abelur quasim consider 30% protection doesn't mean impact ra economy how you design it how to close to tele it take the MSP tool is a way for you to achieve that emphasize yourself role ra science in helping to inform decision making. Dia di the barok ngora ako namo ngaringil to kora blun adala singire del morador percent mo de dim barok pase 30% del portia gidra de bela blu ela gaman impact. Of course es el one raki message sing gidra president ta emphasize ringit telo asia deep sea mining ataramal klo potential impact ringil mora ocean mungire del marro ringil diagal bodo deep sea mine le diagal consistent ta sumga pasia protectra ocean e mo deep sea mine le ora diagal consistent ta igage del action so aige agora all message el vela emphasize el wasen diaga es el luldasul doru adoru la di kwase ga improve ay gal ngari le to habla so how do you improve on them rather than make up el commitment el dia mal impact ringil mora ar adam option.
You know, one of the things compensal the social sharing abela mal advance when it comes to conservation, ocean protection measures. In 2006, sigidam le banner deep sea trawling. Agi mora ocean conference gambe senga gamlo masano gora announce Greece lo ase. Temo bana deep sea trawling ar alsela marine protected areas. Kam gora di imagine tell to temo bana deep sea trawling ar alsela marine protected area, which means they had marine protected areas all over Europe and they deal Greece. Indeed, Greece as the first. Tira by deep sea trawler alsel matedal make sense to go. It's so important that when we make these declarations, I don't even know why they can call them marine protected areas. Kamukara deep sea trawler alsel marine protected area. But anyway, congratulations to Greece and la announce say elang amran na mo MPA lang na mo dakal deep sea trawler alsel. And I think that's the advantage that Palau has. We've always shown, paper park, we actually practice and do what we say we're doing. And that gives us the opportunity to really be a leader and encourage other nations to follow. Yeah.
So the President, my next question, Minister Jenkins. Minister, I mean, where the graduation and promotion days are just around the corner. Ngani ako sa ML ko share with us next month when we start hitting those graduations and promotion days.
Yeah, thank you, Compass. That's a very important day for all of us, that's for sure. The high school graduation will be on June 19th. And we hope to hold that in the National Gymnasium, and that's because that's a wonderful facility to use for this event. The elementary school promotion ceremonies will be held the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday prior to that. So we'll have a separate schedule for those school, programs as they come up by each school. So we have 3 days of elementary school promotions, and then we have the final high school promotion.
Ulang Minister. Minister of State, sel lumara Twitter. And the discussion in the region, the Solomon election. Wala kiswa kay Minister ko yung reaction na kalwa siya. Kura wangarang ako sa niya mara sexual nga ala ko radio message iko se. Solomon ala daw siyang kalpa minister lang malawala Marsina mla o tilo may Marsina ako pital ako to sa discussion kasi kangal ay la tira ati ellel ako ra mo itu trasek yung ari ako ra reaction na kaul girela tiel Solomon election.
Nimal masaule kambeso. As of yesterday, Akmelis again results are thank you. Tel team are also varium nama 12 seats. The opposing team has 16 and they need 50. It's still up in the air. Elatira ukmor murta mora gele independent groups and coalitions. Ding segida. Ngada ko ngara tuire lang titulo ngari to ni timwe ka news. mang it seems masih mlalwai se tanganya guk maklo a position gira sokovare for his position mang ding of course a result should be by the end of the week mla mo complete te digo se ba be balot mo al sala balum so seguida as of yesterday la como se latest el senkyo a ser la opposition party 16 sokovare 12 seats in parliament.
So, ngani agora official position pero siyang tolawal morger.
Wow, tila sila amla Twitter kambes dim lagi sangom di positioner bela kama kita respect our sovereignty rabalu. So them kita da dictate malubo do influence was the most elite as long as the friends are good. Setting la president mati good Pacific country leaders as friends to all, enemies to none. Seguida gukto legado kader keep tell regional solidarity ma harmonization adong legum. Ngidi bol respect the seguida regional harmony adong legro gui. I'm sorry.
Sa uli Minister of State President ang kamsal tatian ako lang lagi lagi guk masih kalau al vertical minister sa Macau.
Dem sula kambes adila sa sodro kora di mo mention o isina trablu Ministry of Health and Human Services am lagut maklis el child raising subsidy matamo namo se del pick up a check again di sodal dule Mr. Sola kidam do esa supplemental budget tableta submitting in mora olbira golola over a month ago le intention rigida se ulgum sel child raising subsidy ngilas el mo 200 tala di lagal borar mer adrablo di mul di 100 tala di regal sel supplemental di regal le include rase mo obergal mora rogul ngalga el ngalgar belaw el atial ngaria di tigel 15,000 or less table restrictive ndi kada maldi mira adro el bil adik medut pasring to gadongir tir di wa minimum wage dongil makambes mo da ora de ni taklo gado maldinger tir mo gado matmagar rogo ok invite other belaw el mera angrul mudra 3 o'clock ra klugo mo dok tagaswe se ado do gid maradro el bil de sabalado a sengir alger man dimra mrenga sulemra teal luk tamlei dirigal gadamna Thailand ya Minister of State tamnartia wala commercial Taiwan friendship fleet can you go body
ya wala mam sale presidente tegal gota padi mam sumrenga sulira adra blur bela mam me welga martir de mam mrenga sulela Minister Obia ma Minister Jenkins el regulo no ser mam el activities still fleet of friendship moment 17th visiting Merbelao tamlel diregal aligned with tele 25th anniversary bilateral cooperation bilateral relations with Taiwan gel one rak captain sel fenshu amla mo 4 times el may dir 4th el may la nya commander on adial so gel it's interesting to note que ambes le gimara briefing Mas active tigirogum na mas elmowa equivalent to the Secretary of State, my gel military team. Tigem na gel dial merbela first. So to us it was a very good news. They got the rahmal anutil te mal recognize belaum. Te mal menga sulir adra PVA la sele night market. But other bela rogul mal with the cooperation get it their close visit. Coincidentally, they got blessed USS Halsey. Kuk dile Adam Miguel, ablur belah mal mlem segad, be peding adar Taiwan, mar adar Miguel, magid adar belau, makmal di menga suler adar belah raku operation tir, mal mlo welcome tiro agui makmal di menga saul.
Sula gambese lideraste de utial teal, dore suler tigel mring loriol el public mashura ablur belau, el togobet el sil tira el sil semgada mal wish them a very happy birthday. First of all, Janice Yugiwo, nga sensera ngara Aimlee Elementary School. Dirigal ngara Jason Nolan, nga Ministry of Health and Human Services, nga Ancillary Services Section. Madirigal Darnell Warswick, nga dirigal ngara MHHS, nga Healthcare System Administration. Dirigal ngara Giko Quinto, nga employer ngara Long State. Ma Noel Fernandez, nga order sa lobby sa CIP ra Ministry ra MPII. Lastly nga Stacy Augustin el nga state ra blue nga order. Happy birthday mortir rogo and happy birthday en el mortigel ukne to bet sa tancho virtir ti al nombre gal tal Sunday. We want to wish everyone a good week. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Adios sa makaltangater kami rogoy mabalwa dra blur belaw. Koman misula.
Tigil ya,